So what I do want to do is over the week we went over a bunch of things in the locker room. We spoke about Steph Curry. I uploaded a couple things. So what I want to do is I want to start on I want to start with these 9 threes. Man. Let's talk about Steph Curry getting these threes up. I have a clip selected. I am trying to figure out how to be more proficient in Google Meet, but I think I got it down pat. So I'm presenting. So I'll let y'all watch this clip. All right.
Got you.
All right. Let's do it.
Connected. Kevon Looney, the offensive rebound off the pull miss. And Kuminga attacking. Steph split the double. Chose the run out to the corner. Don't set a screen for Steph. Let him work on Herder. Like that. Finding that compete level, and their leader is doing it all. Didn't see that contact, so you can't blow the whistle. Curry for the went right back to Draymond. In the back. This is the Steph three. Again, no one close enough to Draymond, so Steph comes off there quick. John Collins and Capella trying to work together. Now they're trying to run it back. And this is why McMillan is so upset. This is a Bogdan or Boyan. They will be playing tomorrow in Utah. Like Duke, that's what they're excited about. His shot-making ability, especially from three. And talking to the crowd. He's feeling himself as he should. In and out was mean, and he knew Herder was not going to be able to push. Did you expand this lead? Step three. 38. Lead. I'm going. They sacked Collins and Trae Young, and the Warriors exploded. Steph just lit up Chase Center. 102-85. Defense. Reddish is right up on him. No airspace. Steph saying, I don't need much airspace. Such a quick release. Andrew Wiggins would have all trench coats tonight. Fonte's on it. Steph for the step back three. 48. Capella know him from the Brooklyn Nets. He called him TLC if you'd like. 50-piece.
Stand out and connect with customers on Google by claiming your free.
That's a 50-piece. Hold on, I'm trying to. Can everybody still see me or no? Oh wait, hold on, I'm still presenting. Hold on. Everybody can see me? I'm back. Yep. All right, cool. So, wait, I think I just let a bunch of people in. Did I? Was everybody? Is Nick on in here? I just saw Nate trying to get in. Fabby. It is anybody. Okay. All right. So let me just try to make sure everybody's in here. I don't remember how to not even remember, but this thing. Fab, how you doing over there, Fabby? I was driving. I thought he was in. All right. Someone is trying to join. Okay. Oh, okay. All right, sorry about that, y'all. I'm still getting used to this Google Meet thing. But anyway, without any further ado, today we have some people, man, that, these are my guys. These are my brothers from the West Coast. These are people that are transforming lives out there. They're changing the name of fitness. They're changing the whole game of fitness and nutrition. Um, I've seen them turn people from 400 pounds to 200 pounds. Um, my guy, my main man, Naquan, he grows his own fruit and vegetables and spices in his own backyard. So everything that comes in those little shots or in the big smoothies he makes, by his hands. I might be leaking a little bit of information early, because I think with the whole dad bod momentum, I think the mom bod needs some sunlight, sooner or later. And I think over the next 3 to 5 years, I think these guys may just take over the whole West Coast, if not the nation of the United States. So without any further ado, I got my brothers Daniel, J.E., Naquan, Obi, and Bo over here as the Dad Bod crew. And man, give them a round of applause. Shout out to the Dad Bod Initiative. So, brothers, how y'all feeling today, man? How y'all feeling over there?
We good, man. We blessed. Getting ready for. I think I did mine first. It was kind of Obi. It went from Obi, then it was me after Obi. But I want to say me and Daniel might have actually been doing our challenge around the same time. Now I think about it. Around March, Daniel.
I really didn't join though. I kind of forced myself into the crew.
But everybody love you nonetheless, man. You already know that. Yeah. So, Jay, we gonna start with you. I want you to talk to me a little bit about, because you are a basketball player through and through, man. I heard some stories about you. I want you to talk to me a little bit about how changing your diet changed the way you hoop, the way you walk around every day, your physical posture. How do your bones feel? Talk to us a little bit about that and how important it is for these kids to know how important it is to really pay attention to what you put in your body.
Man, big thing I've learned from that was I had coming out of my senior year, I had a real bad knee injury. Micro fracture, tore my ACL and my MCL. I was literally on crutches for about 6-7 months. At the time I was, my metabolism was really high at that time. So, still was just playing basketball. So walk around probably on the average, I was like about 190. So as my knee got better, everything just got back to normal. I was more of a, slashing type of playmaker. So everything I was doing was getting to the bucket. I was trying to dunk on everybody.
I hear
all
that.
I wanted to do. I just wanted to dunk all the time. I wish I would have been shooting them deep threes. But what ends up happening though, as I progressed and got older, metabolism, I started putting on more weight and finally started to put on the muscle. That knee that I never really rehabbed as much as I should have started to wither. It started to take effect. It would swell up often, and I'm talking about literally anytime I would play and I would land on that leg, painful immediately. Since working with Naquan, I've been knowing Naquan for years. So, and he'd always preach to me about, diet, eating, foods that help, anti-inflammatory, that'll, kind of help my knee, kind of help, with the swelling and things of that nature. Oh, you finally here too. So starting with that, it really has changed a lot. Doing a lot more leg workouts because I used to hate, doing squats and leg workouts, but they've helped so much with strengthening up my knee to where I don't, really wear knee braces anymore. I don't feel that strain that I used to feel. I don't feel the aggravation when I jump as much anymore.
All right, so real quick, sorry to cut you off.
Good.
So you mean that a change in your diet resulted in
It resulted in a swelling, so my knee wouldn't swell up as much. The change in the diet, of course, it helped with energy levels. It helped with my weight as well. So in turn, it kind of all was just a snowball effect, for lack of a better phrase. From there, like I said, now I've had the weight off. My energy levels are higher. A lot of time now, my joints and bones was feeling a lot better. So now a lot of the athletic moves that I at one point could make and started to lose as I got older, I was able to get back a lot of that. So I mean that came in handy, and I used to thank Daquan for that every day. I also used to have really bad lower back pain. I would have lower back spasms just randomly, the worst. Which I mean, I could literally say I haven't had one in probably 8-9 months now, like no issues.
Man, that's crazy. Naquan out here changing lives. So Daniel, I know you're not much of a basketball player per se, but you did play football. And I'm somebody that played both. I played basketball, I played football. My main man Hut Yolo in here, we were football teammates together. Tell me a little bit about how the weight loss journey went and where you started and where you are now, weight wise.
So I basically started like in the middle of January this year, and I was about 357 pounds, and now I'm hovering around 225 and 235, kind of
Okay,
back and forth.
time on. You gotta say that again. Say that one more time, bro.
357 to like 230.
357 to 230. Somebody else, Zach, what's the
Yeah.
math? What's 357 take away 230? How many pounds did he lose that? That's at least what 120.
127. Y'all taking too long to figure that number out.
That's at least
That's a
100.
hell of a job, though.
Oh man, shout out to my uncle Mark, he's in the building.
Thank you.
Shout out to my cousin AJ, Antoine Jean Pierre, he's in the building. Rashonda, of course, we're gonna merge that Mamba thing in there. I want 30% of it because I introduced the idea. I just want to put that out. But yeah, so Daniel, man, that's huge. That's over 120 pounds. So tell me what your body feels like after making those adjustments, and tell me also what was the most important adjustments that you think you made to contribute to your weight loss.
My diet, I mean, it's everything. Like it's so much of what it is. You gotta be consistent. So you can't just do some here and there. Like you have to be on it. Like you have to go months with being on it. You got to get to a point where like you can have something bad sometimes here and there, but it messes you up. It makes you feel different. It makes you feel low energies. Like Jay was talking about the back problems. I've always had bad back, like lower back issues to the point where like I one time couldn't even get like out of bed for like a few days because it was so bad.
Dang.
But now that's not an issue at all. Like I don't deal with any of that at all.
I have another question for you. So since changing your diet and exercising, how much prescribed medication do you take now?
Oh, I don't take anything.
No.
Nothing at all. I don't even take vitamins. Yeah, I don't even take. Yeah, you don't have to take any of that stuff when you're having a good diet.
That's crazy. That's big. So you did play high school football, correct?
Yeah.
You played high school football, which means that came with a lot of wear and tear, and you was already over 300 pounds when you were playing. So you mean to tell me when losing that 120 plus pounds, now you don't need any medication? No, none of those things. Everything is just natural now.
Yeah, everything's good. Like I mean, I don't take anything. I don't ever have to deal with any of that stuff. Every once in a while, I'm hurting a little bit, but it's more soreness from the gym. But it's bearable. It feels good. Usually, it's a good feeling. It's not one that like is bad, like where you knew you were doing something wrong. So yeah, I'm all good when it comes to that stuff.
That's big. That's big, man. All right, so Naquan Mitchell, man, we got to talk to you. You're the founder of the Dad Bar Project. Talk to us a little bit about what was your motivation between making that and spreading your talents across the world, man. Talk to me.
I didn't want to play by myself anymore.
Makes sense.
You ever like, as a ball player, you go to the park, you always shooting around, and it's like you try to invite people to come play with you. It's like, nah, I don't do that. Mm-hmm. So you gotta, Now, honestly, though, all jokes aside, when I got into fitness, I noticed a trend of like, just like everybody in the fitness world was like real, like a clique. Okay. And it was almost like, it's kind of like, imagine like, I guess we hear this a lot. People make a lot of money and they blow up and they get famous and they just turn their back on everybody, right? it's kind of like that in fitness. You know, you're like this gym rat, male or female, and you know your friends and your family are not like that. So then you start going to the gym and you start meeting new people and whatever, and then you just kind of like start this whole new world and you just forget about everybody. It was, for me, it was the opposite. It was like I started doing this for myself just because I wanted to be healthy and be around longer. But I wanted to, you know what I'm saying? Like I always refer to how people, you know, growing up and going to church with my grandmother and, you know, just being from that background, people go to church and they pray for long life and longevity, but they eat bad and they drink and they smoke. And it's like, you know, that's like, that's the same as like God with a lot of money, but you're not doing nothing. Like you think God just going to drop dollars out the sky, but if you're not really putting your foot down to make this money, how can he help you? You know what I'm saying? Like we got to help God the way he help us, you know what I'm saying? Or vice versa. So for me, that's what it was. It was like, you know, I'm not just going to sit around and hope that I live a long, healthy life. I got to do something about it. But on top of that, I don't want to be alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be 85 and still able to get up and drive a car and take a vacation and all of this. And like, you know, God willing, all my friends and family is still around, but they just can't move like me. Yeah. And so, but with that, I also have to understand that mentally, I'm just engaged differently. You know, it has nothing to do with physical capabilities and genetics. It's a mental adaptation that I have to this thing that I know a lot of people don't have. And so I had to understand that, you know, I believe that I can get everybody on board one way or another. And so one day, you know, this whole dad bod thing just kind of sprung in my mind, and you know, I was playing with it for a couple months, and then I hit my boy Obi up, who was actually the first one to partake in this, and I said, "Yo, I got this idea," and I broke it down to him, and he was like, "Yo, I'm with it." And the thing is, I don't go into these things thinking I don't set an expectation. I understand that, you know, there could be lapses. There's going to be challenges. There's a possibility you start on Monday and quit on Friday. I'm not going to hold you for that. I'm not going to judge you for that. So I understand that these things are all possibilities, and I have a lot of patience. Like I realize that I got the most patience. You know what I mean? Like I have no problem. And for me to be doing this for, you know, 7-8 years, and my guys, you know, the guys closest to me just coming around last year lets you know how much patience I have. Because I'm always looking at them, you know, like I'm gonna get you one day. I don't know how, but I'm gonna do it. One day you're gonna do this. And then I figured it out and it worked. So you know what I'm saying? You know, fast forward, I was like, you know, the Dad Bod Project and what we did for the 30 days can't be the end all. Like, there's got to be a way to keep this going. And I realized, like, there was this camaraderie that developed where, like, it went from that to, you know, us traveling together, to us hanging out together, to us working out together, to us just talking every day about random stuff, you know, like sharing thoughts and ideas and feelings. You know, sometimes, you know, some one of us might check in and say, man, I'm stressed out, I'm going through it, I'm da da da, and then somebody else would be like, yo, you know what, that's crazy, me too, I woke up the same way. Like the Dad Bod Project goes far and beyond just the gym. It goes far beyond just how you eat. You know, it's a lifestyle. And I realized that in the beginning, the lifestyle that I was trying to impress upon the guys was just taking care of yourself, whatever that looks like. It's not about aesthetics and looking like a swimsuit model. It's about, you know, preservation of life. But then I realized that this lifestyle goes above and beyond just that, based upon how we organically evolved as friends and brothers and just, you know, this whole thing. And so now it's like we trying to do this collectively and spread it and get men and women to understand, like, you know, health and wellness is not just how you eat and work out. You know what I'm saying? It's about just, you know, being honest, not bottling things up. I'm a big victim of that. You know what I'm saying? Like me bottling things up and moving a certain type of way led me to my lifestyle 8 years ago. So, you know, when you take into account what health and wellness really consists of, just like sleep. I was having a conversation with my mom the other day, and you know, she was like, yeah, me and your dad, you know, we was having a talk and we realized we needed to just kind of shut it down this weekend. And I was like, what you mean? And she said, you know, we just be ripping and running like we're retired, but we just always doing stuff. Like, and we both felt sick. And then we realized we were feeling sick because we weren't resting enough. We would go to bed and then get up really, really early and then go to bed late and get up early and doing stuff. And our bodies weren't responding. And I said, you know, funny you say that because I was just having these thoughts about how important rest is. Like, I realized in like recent months that rest is actually more important than the gym. It's like food and rest are like the Adam and the Eve, the yin and the yang. And then the exercise is like, you know what I'm saying? It's like the icing on the cake.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, of course that makes total sense, man. Your body definitely has to rest and recuperate so that you can operate at a higher level. So while we're talking about that, let's go ahead and share the screen again. And I want to go over another set of clips that I went over during the week in the locker room. And I want y'all to tell me, man, especially you Nate, tell me how you feel about these workouts. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Give me 1 second. All right now.
This is Brandon Payne, Stephen Curry's personal skills and performance coach. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how you work on shooting off the dribble and off the move. In the previous videos, we've talked about balance, we've talked about ball handling, vertical core stability, and footwork. In this video, we're going to put it all together, add some ball handling and some space creating elements to learn how to create space off the dribble to get clean, open looks. Let's take a look. Okay, as we watch the videos, watch the film, you'll see that we're working on pickup jumpers first with Stephen. And this is important because we're just trying to make sure we've got a good handle on the ball in terms of being able to get it straight down and straight up without looking at the basketball. So you'll notice Steph's eyes the entire time that I'm tossing the basketball. His eyes are up, so he's never looking down at the dribble. And anything that we do with his right hand, after he makes a couple of these, we're always going to come back, we're going to do it with his left hand. So we start simple, very little foot movement, very little movement at all. This is more of a ball handling drill right into a shooting drill than a footwork drill. Same thing here. Now we're working on crossovers again. We're going to have minimal footwork in the beginning. We got to make sure we have the ball handling element correct before we start to add a lot of movement with our feet and with our body. Same thing. Whatever we do going right to left, we got to do going left to right. Again, very little ball movement, so we'll focus as much on ball handling as we are shooting, making sure his eyes are up. We have to learn how to move the ball around our body instead of our body around the ball. So that's what we're doing here. You notice when he's going between his legs again, minimal footwork right now. Now, when we get to we get to bigger combinations, we get to things that are a little bit more difficult where we're working on creating space. Of course, we're going to have a lot of body movement and a lot of footwork. But for right now, we're just working on being able to pick the ball up out of all these different moves to get it into a clean shot with correct mechanics. So again, if you take a look at his feet, he's balanced on every shot. He's got good core stability here. We're not hinging. We're not getting too far out in front of his toes with his nose. Everything looks solid here. Again, same thing. Whatever we do with our right hand, we're now going to do with our left hand. All right. We got to make sure the ball's moving at a good speed too. So the move has to give us rhythm for the shot. Here now we're starting to work on basic space creation, which is just what we call an escape step. So just a straight dribble, escaping. And then we're going to add a layer of difficulty to it so it becomes two moves. So we take one concept and we start to layer difficulty onto it. So now there's an attack step to an escape step to get that shot up. So it's attacking and escaping, shot up. So now we've added that between the legs in. So again, same thing, we're going to do whatever we do going in one direction, we're always going to mirror it and go the other direction to make sure we're not a one-sided player. As you get older and teams start to be able to scout what you do, they'll pick up on tendencies. And if you can only make moves going to one side or the other, they'll notice that and they'll take that away. So you've got to have mirrored footwork and mirrored ball handling so you can do it on both sides of the floor and not be limited by your skill set. Here now we're going to start to add a little bit of space creation. You'll notice we're starting slow. This is something we do at the beginning of every off season just to make sure that we've got our mechanics correct, our footwork is correct, our ball handling is sharp, and we're able to stay balanced as we're spacing out to get shots. Again, same thing. Now we're spacing off to the right side. In a minute, you'll notice we're going to space off to the left side, making the exact same move. So we've got to be able to go create space in all directions, making the same move. That makes you harder to guard, tougher to pick up tendencies when you do this. So here it is, same move. Now he's going to go out to the opposite side. So we're just layering. We're adding layers of difficulty, layers of creating space on top of very basic moves. And that's how you've got to learn how to shoot off the dribble. You can't start by trying to put big, elaborate combinations together. You start with very basic moves, start with a very basic pickup dribble, a very basic crossover between the legs, behind the back. Then you start to add footwork to it. Then you start to add space creation concepts to it. And that's how you start to build your attack bag. The things that you can do to attack your defender, the things that you can do to create space are built from these very basic drills. And that's how you become a very skilled player. You have to work on these small, fine details on a daily basis.
All right. Oh, my main man Chris is in the building. Chris, the young legend. How you feeling, young boy?
Yeah, I'm good.
Were you able to catch that clip I just showed?
Hmm?
Were you able to catch that clip I just showed? You didn't see the
No,
step.
because I had to go upstairs and get my slippers.
Oh, okay. Zach, my main man Zach, where you at, Zach? Zach, baby boy. All right, so Chris, now that you're here, what did you think about Steph Curry making those 9 threes, man? He had 9 of them. How you feel about that? Steph Curry put up 9 threes. He had a 50+ joint a couple games ago. How you feel about that?
Oh, I know that he could do this because I know he could like score like 12 in a game. So like I know he could do it, but for right now it's sort of like the beginning of the season. So like give it a few more weeks and he's out of the box.
Man, that's some amazing insight, man. I appreciate you, brother. Yo, Antoine Jean-Pierre, my main man, where them boys at?
Them niggas is WWF right now. Yo, young legend, what up?
What?
So they WWF right now. They wrestling.
Oh, okay. So, AJ,
Hey, Uncle AJ.
Yo, what up, fool?
tell me how you feel after
Nothing.
the year of the season, AJ.
Nah, I actually didn't, man. My head has been wrapped around this crypto, so I'm kind of like listening to y'all and actually doing some research. But I only say that to say that I'm really like, damn, the season just started, right?
About 20 games in, give or take.
Huh?
About 20 games in, give or take.
Yo, Nate, what up, boy? Yeah, but
My speaker was up. What up?
anything Gucci, fool. But I'm gonna start catching some games.
Yeah, you definitely got to do that. Who's in the crowd that I did not acknowledge? Ashley Forbes, Brian Coles, Cindy Johnson. Thank you for pulling up, man. DG, Jazzy, with my nephew Jazz. I need Boots on here to give up his little 5 cents. You know how that go. Uncle Mark, you know what time it is, and my main man Zach. I wish Zach attacked me too. I ain't get a chance to see Zach attack. Mark, how you feeling over there, Uncle Mark? I know you and Rashonda have
we doing that little thing. Yeah, we trying to get healthy, do our little cleanse, you know.
I see.
So, but like Darren was Daryl, right? Oh, Darnell. Oh, Daniel. Sorry, Daniel Torres. Yeah, like he was saying, you know, it's all about consistency. You know, you got to be consistent with it, because you start eating those chips and the bread, and boom, that 5-10 pounds will come back on quick. You know, you do 3 weeks of hard work, and just like 3-4 days of falling off, and then bam, it's like, hey, this scale's going the wrong way.
So consistency with eating the food and with exercise as well. My main man Zach. You over there, Zach? I'm looking for you. I got a question for you, Zach. Where you at, baby?
I'm here.
Okay, Zach. I got a question. So, last year in the locker room we did all of these this or that questions. So I'm trying to start you off with the questions. You ready for your first set of questions?
Yeah.
The reason why I'm starting you off is because you told me you was working on your game, and while you working on your game, that means I know that there was a few kids that you abused in the park over the past summer and early in this school year. So I'm gonna start you off. You ready to go?
Yeah.
Defenders.
Go pass.
All right. My favorite shooter of all time is
Stephen Curry.
If I had to build my team around one shooter, who would it be?
Devin Booker.
Ooh. I wasn't expecting that one. I had to take my head off of that one. That one was crazy. That one was kind of crazy. But I do agree with you though. I see where you're going there. I always hate playing blank because they blank. I can give you one right now. I always hate playing with my brother Naquan because he always passes the ball to me. So I can start it off. So I always hate playing blank because they never blank. How you feel?
You got that Russell Westbrook release.
Don't be true. Know my man Zach style. How you feel,
I hate playing with my friend. He's a point guard, and it's like every time I pass him the ball, it's like he wants to turn into the number one point guard that nobody could ever pick in the roster, and then he just wants to keep the ball all the time.
So he never passes the ball. Yeah, that sucks. I hate when I play with people like that too. All right, ready? In my mind, I play just like
what's his name? Draymond Green.
That's big too. That means you're a triple double guy. My favorite basketball movie of all time is.
I gotta think about that one.
Okay, and last but not least, I can't stand when a teammate
always fouls at the end of the game.
Oh, that's big. That's big. That's big. That's big. I hate that too. Let's swing it on over to J.E. Jay, where you at, Jay?
I'm right here, man. I'm right here.
All right, cool. Here we go. It's called fill in the blank. You ready?
Let's go.
All right. I blank smaller defenders.
Destroy them.
Ooh.
Too little.
Shooter
Too
of
little.
all time is. Oh, babe, you need that.
Too little, right?
Favorite shooter of all time is.
Favorite shooter of all time. My favorite shooter of all time, Ray Allen.
Ray Allen. If I had to build my team around one shooter, it would be
one shooter.
Mm-hmm.
One shooter.
Past the present.
Would you consider Kevin Durant a shooter?
Of course. He's one of the greatest to ever do it.
I agree. I consider him a scorer, but yes, I'm gonna go with KD then.
I love playing with blank because they blank.
I love playing with true point guards because they know when to get the right pass. They know how to control the offense, how to control the pace. They don't just have one gear. So I love playing with good true point guards.
I love that. My favorite basketball movie of all time is.
Favorite basketball movie of all time. It's a real close toss up, but I'm gonna have to go with Coach Carter.
Oh, all right. I could take that. And last but not least, one game that I can watch over and over and over again is
2016 Game 7 NBA Finals, Cavaliers versus Warriors.
Woo-wee!
All over again. I mean, LeBron won, so I can watch it all over again. Don't do any of the years he didn't win. I don't like those years.
All right. Young Chris, young legend. You ready for this, young legend?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm about to swing it to you. Trae Young or Luka?
Luka.
Bradley Beal or Paul George?
PG.
Woo-wee! Steph Curry or Dame?
Steph.
Tom Thibodeau or Steve Nash?
Steve Nash.
Giannis or LeBron?
Go
It's
ahead.
not that hard.
Okay, LeBron.
LeBron. Okay, and last but not least, the Knicks or the Nets?
Which one?
Nets.
All day, Brooklyn in the house. Yo, you gotta ask him what's his favorite basketball movie, son.
Oh, what's your favorite basketball movie of all time?
It is between Blue Chips and Uncle Drew.
Blue Chips and Uncle Drew. I love that. Can't be mad at that at all. Yo, Uncle Mark, we're gonna swing it to you. You ready?
No.
I got a few of them. For you. I'm gonna ask you 3 of these things. All right. We're gonna go with Trae Young or Luka.
You know I ain't into basketball like that.
Trae Young is. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Let's see if I could relate this to football. I know you're a football man. Back in the day, I used to model my game after.
Well, I played center, so I didn't really model after nobody.
All right, and last but not least, this is something that everybody can relate to. I can't stand a teammate.
Quits on the play.
Ooh, that's big.
Don't give it his all.
That's Quitting is a no. Let's swing it over to Hut Yolo. Yo, Hut, you over there? I can't hear you, Hut. What's up, baby?
Yep, I'm here. What's good, buddy?
All right. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so we're gonna go through this thing real quick, man. I'm gonna ask you a set of questions and I want to know how you feel about it. All right. I need you to finish the sentence. The style of play in my neighborhood is
rough.
You know you're about to abuse a defender when you see.
When I see his footwork.
Ooh, footwork is important. The toughest place I ever played was.
The Gauchos.
Gauchos is big. Gauchos is huge. The borough that breeds the best ball players.
That's easy. Brooklyn.
One way to improve your jump shot is.
You said, repeat that, please.
One way to improve your jump shot is.
Practice.
Practice makes popping.
Practice. You got to keep at it.
I was told I played just like.
Isaiah Thomas.
Last but not least, the Knicks could win a championship if they
get rid of James Dolan.
Oh, let's run it back to back. The Brooklyn Nets could win a championship if they.
We need a big man.
Oh, who's in mind? Who could you move a trade for?
Trade? There's nobody to trade for right now. We need to get that boy back from Cleveland that we sent over there.
Who's that? Who's the big dude from Cleveland?
Jared Allen?
Yeah.
Oh, Jared Allen was big. What's up, Zach?
No, all Kyrie needs to do is come off is come out of retirement or whatever he's doing, son. That's it.
All he needs is the vaccination.
Just Kyrie. That's what I still think we need a big man.
So
y'all need a better coach. Steve Nash.
Yeah, we need a coach too.
We'll be right back in there. You know what I'm saying? Ready for the Eastern Conference, ready for the finals, just like last year. You feel me? We had DeAndre Jordan on the bench the whole. Come on now,
didn't use him properly, but I mean, then again, the Lakers ain't using him, so there might be a reason why he wasn't being used.
Facts.
That's big. All right, so speaking of the vaccine and COVID and the quarantine, I know it was a major weight on everybody's shoulders. Everybody didn't gain that quarantine 15. Some people actually put off some weight during quarantine and they were able to change their whole lifestyle. I know 2 people in here that definitely on top of the Dad Bod Project lost a lot of weight and really made it their business to to put forth the effort. The two people that we have, actually three. Rashonda is one. You know, she's on a really healthy journey. Jasmine Childs over there, she's on a healthy journey. So Rashonda, can we start with you just to talk a little bit about what your dietary restrictions include and how you were able to um, chase that journey mentally, physically?
That's a long-winded question.
I hope I get a long answer.
Long-winded question, but I mean, I think it was a long time coming for me. I think it was a long time. It was years and years, and I was always trying real quick ways. I wanted to just get it off and put it off and hope that it would work that way. And that's not how it works. It's a lifestyle change, you know. And I think it's kind of step by step and working up to it. I mean, look, there's no doubt about it, if anybody on this call, Nate has been remarkable with helping get a plan together for me, just things I can eat, I can't eat when. So he's been a huge support. Uncle Mark, you on here too, and we're doing a cleanse right now. And so we're working out and we're incorporating diet changes, but it's really all about, you know, what you putting in your body, portion control, and then you get into the habit of it. I mean, it don't happen overnight though. It's literally a work in progress. But COVID was the perfect opportunity for me to kind of put that into play a little bit with being home and quarantine and just wanting to be better. I think Daniel, I think somebody else was talking about back pains and knee problems. And I started to feel all that on my body. And I know that I knew it was the weight and I knew it was what I was putting in my body. So it's just a bunch of things that kind of contribute to it. But, you know, I feel better now.
That's good. So do you think with the weight loss, you'll be able to get back on the court soon to put up some of those free throws? I know you was a high school a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I know I know on the floor. How you feeling about that?
Listen, first off, I'm not gonna lie. I still love my walking, still love my jogging. I'm happy to go against anybody, do a couple suicides on the court any day. It was always my favorite thing to do. So, I mean, you never know.
Never know. Jazzy, you over there, Jazz? Can we talk to you a little bit about your weight loss journey and how you feeling about that?
I think she stepped away for a minute.
Okay, what about you, Fab? How you feeling?
Oh, I'm here. I was here. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear me or no?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay. Well, yeah, kind of similar to my sister. Like, it was the same thing. You being tired. I didn't like the way I looked. I felt like my issue was, and everybody laughs, my issue was I never seen how big I really was. And even like talking to Rashonda all the time, and we'll go back and forth. I never seen how big I really had gotten because I was always cute. So when you had that, it was just like, oh, okay, well, you're still beautiful. Or, you know, I have wonderful sisters who encourage me, or my family that encourage me all the time. You're still beautiful. I'm like, I didn't say anything about being beautiful, but look, I'm a whale. Like, nobody sees this. And at some point, like, you just feel like, you know, again, the back pains, the knee pains. I have a small son. He wants to run around all the time. Because I'm running with him, I'm like, okay, well, hold on, Boots. Mommy gotta sit down a minute, you know, like, and that's not fun. Like when you can't play with your kids at a certain point or can't keep up with your kids, like that's really tough. That's a really big challenge. But I think us celebrating my past birthday, and even though I felt like by my birthday I had lost more weight than I did from the year prior to, I look back at my birthday pictures that just was in August, and I still wasn't satisfied. And then I don't know, out of nowhere, it kicked off. And I was just like, I have a gym where I live now, right downstairs. And I was just like, all right, I'm gonna just start going to the gym. And then I started to pray. Like for me, I really just had to pray because I didn't feel like it was an eating thing because I wasn't really eating like that, right? I was one meal a day. If I was one meal a day, it was probably horrible. I only like things that are fried or greasy or whatever because it tastes better, or something in sauce or carb heavy. And so with that, like, you know, if I did eat mine once a day, it was a big meal. It was a heavy meal. But then I was like, I don't eat like that. Like I shouldn't be putting on the weight. I should be losing more weight, but I wasn't moving. And so now that as soon as I got back in the gym, literally in under a month, The heaviest I think I've ever been, and this is crazy that I'm gonna say this online, but you hear it once and you're never gonna hear it again because it's not recorded, right? Okay, great. So the heaviest I probably ever have been was probably like 240, and that was in 2020. Okay. And I stepped on the scale. Okay, so then by my birthday, I was probably down, which is this past August. From y'all birthday in May to my birthday in August, I had dropped like 10 pounds. And then from there, as I stepped on the scale today, I'm at 191.
191, that's big. That's 50, 50, 50. That's a 50 piece. That was Steph Curry did. That's the 50. Everybody
so I like still being a whole lot of woman. You know what I mean? I like my weight. You know, I'm fine. But now it's just about really toning up because I don't, the numbers never mattered to me because I'm a Caribbean, I'm Caribbean American. I was always like a thick girl and a dense girl. So even when I was a size 2 in high school, I was still like 145, 150 at like 5'7". So like I was always a dense person. So I never really looked at the scale. It's more so what did my body look like at that time. So yeah.
Well, that's big, man. Congratulations to everybody in here that really put in that work. This is season 2 of the locker room. Everybody 10 to 16. I'm so happy that everybody's in here. Everybody get a chance to share their stories and inspire the youth. I have a story that I want to share that's going to inspire the youth a little bit. Today, Castro and Sap is finally published hard copy.
Woo!
Hard copy.
Woo!
Man, just
come on. Put the face in the camera before it ends. The father.
Well, and moving forward in the second season, I also want to incorporate another thing. Reading to me is important. I'm an author. I'm a ball player, And this one book that I read is called Relentless. It's by Tim Grover. This book is crazy. Tim, for those that don't know, Tim Grover is the personal trainer for Michael Jordan. He trained Kobe Bryant. He trained Dwayne Wade. And his list of